I've been making a whole bunch of dumb arguments. Well, let me put it this way. I'm not making the dumb arguments. A lot of people out there are making the dumb arguments, and I'm exposing them. And I'm up to number 49 by now. One of the things about my dumb arguments is that they're all, with the exception of one, in the pro-Kyle camp. Because most of the dumb arguments I see are actually made by the anti-Kyles. But Americans come in and says, no, come on now. There are some dumb arguments out there pushed around by the pro-Kyle side that should be addressed. Hello out there. I am trying to get through.
With his powerful brainwaves cradled in the warmth of reasoning, it's time for Johnnie Walker Dread to straighten you out on a thing or two. Emanating all the way from exciting Las Vegas, Oklahoma, it's the Johnnie Walker Dread Show.
We need to be sure what we're talking about when we talk about a dumb argument. Number one, it has to be an argument. Number two, it has to be dumb in the sense that it's preposterous. So, I mean, people can be mistaken, make claims that turn out to be false, but it doesn't really make it a dumb argument. A dumb argument is that if you think about it just a little bit, you realize that there's just no possible way. It's just irrational. Okay, so let's take a look at this. Number one, the rifle never crossed state lines. Okay, well, I would suppose that the argument would be is that Kyle is not guilty because he never carried the gun across state lines. I'm not sure. It is true that the rifle never crossed state lines. It doesn't make Kyle innocent, of course. This was in response to most people who made a big deal out of the fact that they thought that the rifle did cross state lines. So I think I'm going to rule out number one. That's really not a dumb argument. That's a retort to somebody's dumb argument. Kyle only lived 25 minutes away. Again, that's mostly a retort to people who are making the claim that he drove across state lines and making it sound as if he had driven long distances. There's no argument there. I mean, nobody is saying that Kyle is innocent because he only lived 25 minutes away. So it's not relevant, but I'm not sure I would put that in the dumb argument. I don't even know what the argument is there. Joseph was a sex offender. Irrelevant. Okay, so I think the argument would be that Joseph deserved what happened to him because he was a sex offender, or that Kyle is innocent because Joseph was a sex offender. I'm not sure. Those are dumb arguments in the sense that they are irrelevant. So I would agree with number three. The argument would be that I think that these people deserved what they got because of their criminal past. Okay. And yes, I think I can probably make a dumb argument on that one, a standalone, some other time, probably maybe tomorrow. Anthony was convicted of strangulation and false imprisonment. Irrelevant. I think it's along the same lines. I think that the number three and number four are really the same in the sense that people's criminal backgrounds may not be relevant to whether they deserve to be shot or not. Number five, Gage is a convicted felon. Not true, or else he would be charged for having the gun. Well, the whole argument was that he should have been charged because he was a convicted felon. However, he is not a convicted felon. I was able to confirm that. The charges were dismissed. It's not a dumb argument because it wasn't preposterous. There was a police complaint where the police officer did state that Gage had a felony conviction on his record. So it's understandable that somebody would make this claim that Gage is a convicted felon. So not a dumb argument, but it is incorrect. That Gage is not a convicted felon, and therefore he should not be arrested for his possession of the handgun. Kyle's alleged victims deserve to die. Well, okay, those I've already kind of addressed that. It's not ad hominem. An ad hominem argument would be something like, you can't believe what they say because they have criminal past or something like that. John failed as a father. No proof. Even though Anthony was no perfect angel, it's not always a parent's fault when their child screws up. Yes, I will go along with that. I don't see that one bandied around too much, although I have seen people make that claim. Maybe even me. My only gripe about John Huber, actually, was the claim that he made that Kyle was chasing Rosenbaum, which he knew was incorrect, and he made it anyway. And at that point, he's basically lying in order to get a kid convicted of a capital offense, which could put the kid in jail forever. You know what? I understand you're in grief. I understand all that. But to lie to people, to try to taint what took place is irresponsible and unforgivable, actually. I mean, I would far more understand if John went out and attacked Kyle. At least I could get that. But lying about what took place? Nah. Hannah only cares about the money from GoFundMe. This is not the first time somebody has done this. In fact, plenty of people set up GoFundMe after when they experience a difficulty or tragedy, which is what this is. I don't know if I've seen that one. Maybe somebody commented to one of my videos about that. I haven't seen it, but you're right. I don't care if people donate money to whoever else. I mean, if she wants to set up a GoFundMe and collect money for whatever reason she wants, I'm fine with it. It's the same thing with Crystal Kaiser collecting money to get bailed out, with Kyle getting money to get bailed out and to help pay for legal funds. It's none of our business if people want to go online and ask for money and if people donate to it. But again, I haven't seen that one, so I don't know. How is Joseph's family involved now when he was homeless at the time of his death? Many homeless people are not without families. A lot of the homeless just have their own issues in their own lives. Yeah, I go along with that. You know, I think I made a comment at one point that I would never allow my kid to go homeless. But I understand. Sometimes the kids just don't want to move in. What can you do? Kyle has no criminal record. Not true. He did get busted once for driving without a license, but that's beside the point. Yes, it is irrelevant, and actually, no, it's not a criminal record. Most traffic violations are considered infractions in most states and are not considered crimes. So it's not fair to say that somebody is a criminal because they have been busted for speeding in the past. I did check to see if Wisconsin treats traffic infractions as crimes. It doesn't appear to, and I would be kind of surprised if it did. But whatever the case, I don't think it's a dumb argument because it's probably true that he doesn't have a criminal record. Like my video, subscribe to my channel. And again, I think I will come out with a dumb argument here concerning the whole deal of blaming the victims as exhibited in number 3 and 4.